internet has fast become the biggest economy in the world. Today, businesses and nations take advantage of the World Wide Web, that is the WWW, to leverage their comparative advantages. The .ng domain name is important for Nigeria to play actively on the cyberspace as a unique identity. I am Bayero Agabi, and welcome to Digivation Network. As you may know, Digivation reflects the dynamics in our ever-changing and busy world, where consumers crave to be in charge by exploring the best and latest information using the latest technology that helps them put their businesses on the fast lane and have limitless fun never before. Again, you're warmly welcome. On Digivation this week, you will see amazing innovations and revolutionary human strides aimed at creating harmony between nature and humankind. Wow! Imagine a farm atop the roof of your house, or floating right in the comfort of your living room, or on the seaside without fear of disaster. Plus, while Nigeria must join the rest of the world to meet up with the digital switchover, in a conversation with a media scholar, Professor Ralph Akinfeleye. Stay with us, but first, issues and development that made news in the past 1 week.
The president of the Nigerian Internet Registration Association, NIRA, Reverend Sode Folayan, has lamented the poor level of subscription by Nigerians on the .ng domain. The NIRA boss gave this indication at the 2017 edition of the NIRA.ng Awards. According to him, South Africa, with a population of 57 million, has over 1 million domain registered under its .za, while Nigeria, with a huge population of 170 million, has a mere 80,000 domains registered under its .ng.
The internet is safe. Every effort is being made by very many organizations. There are the computer incident response team. So many groups are working. NIDA is doing quite a lot of things to keep the internet safe. So yes, there will be challenges, but the response is also coming to keep the internet safe.
Folayan again underlined the need for Nigerians to identify with their domain brand online. Giving his welcome address at the recently held .ng Awards at the Oriental Hotels, Lagos, the president acknowledged recent visibility of the .ng brand on the social media platforms in the last 1 year.
NIRA has started an abuse desk, especially for those who are using the internet for bad things. We now have a lot of reports. In the first 1 week that we opened the abuse desk, we have over 350 complaints of people scammed using Ponzi schemes with sites registered with the .ng string. So we have taken every step to make sure that we can guarantee and assure users that they don't get scammed using all these schemes. So yes, NIRA is playing its part, and we will do more.
Among some of the winners on the glorious NIRA night are Google Nigeria, who won the Company of the Year award. The FRSC won the award for digital innovation, besides other winners.
What NIRA is doing is they're branding Nigeria, it's taking Nigeria outside. The other domains are international, so we're encouraged to encourage our Nigerian businesses to use .ng to flag Nigeria as the domains, the Nigerian domains.
It only spurs us to work harder, to push the frontiers, because we are a statutory body set up by law, and generally people have a perspective about those offices. But in our case, our customers are king.
The .ng award, according to the organizers, celebrates the achievement and innovations of Nigerian Internet initiatives. The awards aim to showcase Nigerian businesses, individuals that help to make the internet more secure, open, accessible, and rewarding for all. Nigerian youths have been advised to take advantage of digital opportunities to grow their skills and explore the world of entrepreneurship. This was according to Peter Arogudade, the keynote speaker and the winner of the Man of the Year Award at the 9th edition of the annual Beacon of Information Communications Technology Awards.
ICT is a key contributing sector to Nigeria's gross domestic product, GDP. As a 2016 report, ICT is contributing 11.6% to the GDP. And the country, however, needs to overcome the challenges to digital inclusion in order to leverage the good youth population and deliberately develop our digital native into digital citizens.
The Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Umar Dabato, represented by Mr. Sode Dari, the Executive Commissioner, Stakeholders Management, spoke on the need for Nigerians to have digitized institutions that are viable for youth to leverage on and become entrepreneurs.
Because the ICT sector today has the greatest opportunities and potentials for our youth and our economy. We have seen millions of startups grow to be successful, with some becoming multi-million-dollar companies.
The event convener and founder, Editor-in-Chief, Nigerian Communications Week, Ken Wogbo, said beyond the awards, the event is aimed at exploring efforts to put Nigeria on the global information and communications technology map.
This award is in 6th year, and every year we award for the finest organizational communities who have contributed to putting Nigeria on ICT map.
A total of 47 awardees were honored, including individuals and corporate bodies, as the Nigerian Communications Commission emerged the Regulator of the Year.
Excited, validated that NCC is recognized for its effort, its diligence, and its regulatory consistency.
Nigerian Communication Commission has two vibrant professionals. The lead, who is Professor Umaru Dambata, is done exceptionally well because he is a man who says and does it.
Some of the awardees spoke on their excitement and challenges the post-award winning year will pose to them.
Yeah, it feels good. I'm excited. I'm very happy. Actually, there's a lot of hard work being put into this, and this will actually encourage us to do more.
This is our second time in a row that we won. We won last year, and we'll win again. It just shows that innovation and Nigerians are also very loving our product.
The 2017 Beacon of ICT Award, which was held at the Eco Hotels and Suites, was a gathering of the who is who in the ICT sector in Nigeria.
If you just join us, this is Digivation Network, and I am Bayero Agabi. You can join us via Facebook or send us email via digivationtv@gmail.com, or better still, you can reach me personally at bayeroagabi@gmail.com. At this point, I hand you now to Friday Otuya for DigiGist.
The fate of the dinosaur awaits those who do not key into our technology-driven world. It will interest you to know that technology is transforming the way we live, do business, and interact with one another. Prepare yourself. The future is closer than you think. My name is Friday Otuya, and what you are about to see will wow you. I tell you, it will blow your mind. Now guess what? Imagine an entire farm in a skyscraper. Did I just hear you say unbelievable? Just wait till you hear the next one. A house that can float on water. Now I'm not going to take much of your time. Just sit back, relax, as I take you from the present into the future.
The population keeps growing, but the planet doesn't. People cannot survive without shelter, so new strategies would be needed to accommodate the world's ever-increasing population. It is not just the lack of land to build on that must be dealt with. People need buildings in places that are freezing, flooded, soaring, and shaky. revolutionary buildings that dare nature to do her worst. Some of tomorrow's structures are here today. They are building the future. 21st century shelter is becoming a reality.
Filled with cars and packed cars for children, animals, cows, horses, everything has to move out.
When the water receded, Anna returned to clean up, dry out and worry.
The possibility that Holland will be flooded in 100 years is red. It's a big fight. Who wins and who loses? Your life depends on it.
2/3 of the Netherlands lies below sea level. A breach in the sea defenses, therefore, could bring disaster. In the wake of the 1995 flood, the Dutch government looked for solutions. Among them was a radical idea of living with nature, not fighting it. One proposal was to develop houses that could truly go with the flow. Anna now lives in one. Her house is one of the 48 built in the town of Maasbemel along the Maas River. If danger returns, Anna would just rise above it. Her house is amphibious. Although it weighs more than 100 tons, it can float like a ship. Under the house is a hollow hole. The foundation is made from polystyrene and cased in concrete. The foundation of the house is not sunk into bedrock. It just rests on the ground. So if the river floats, the rising water could lift the entire house like a cog. This time, Anna would stay put and remain high and dry.
It's very nice to be here. And when the water comes up, I go up too. So I think it's safe, yeah.
When the house rises, plumbing, electrical, and gas lines remain securely connected. To keep you from floating away, the house is attached to 2 mooring poles at the front and the back. Amphibious houses are just one weapon in a 1,000-year war to keep out the sea. In the future, entire cities will rise in the time it takes to build.
Welcome back. You have seen for yourself how our world is changing. Now the question is, are we ready to move with the technology-driven future in this part of the world? We cannot afford to lag behind in this transformation that is taking place in our world, because the fate of the dinosaur indeed awaits those who do not take advantage of the technological and scientific changes taking place in our world. My name is Friday Otuya, and until next time, bye for now.
With over 47 awards, both local and international, Infotech Network, owners of Digivation Network, has continued to maintain the top spot in ICT and digital revolution in Africa. Join us every week for the issues and trends and actors in the ICT digital ecosystem. I am Bayero Agabi. Join us at this time only on AIT.
When you think of it, there's no such thing as a right size. There's only the size that's right for you. Our needs are different, so choose the size that suits your needs. Introducing the MTN Extra Value Bundles. Call and data bundle plans designed to suit any size of life. Load 1,000 Naira to get a medium bundle and choose between more of voice or more of data. Whichever you choose, you get amazing extra value. Bundles are also available in large and extra large. Dial *131# to get started.
Just before we let you off the hook this week, here is the big one. Professor Ralph Akinfeleye is synonymous with media growth, research and trends in West Africa. There's hardly any graduate of mass communication in Nigeria that may not have read one or two of his books. In this exclusive conversation with Hilary Damisa of Digivation Network, Professor Ralph Akinfeleye describes citizen journalists as information traffickers and blames regulatory institutions for the poor quality of media practitioners.
Prof, how would you assess Nigeria's approach to the digital switch over thus far?
Well, from the professional point of view, we want to congratulate the Director General of NBC, the current one, and the previous ones. They tried, but it appears the previous government were just deaf. They didn't listen. They didn't know the power, and they didn't want to recognize the power of information, the power of communication in sustainable democracy. But thank God, we are now putting new person there. Under the watch of my dear brother DG Modibo, and also under the watch of my dear brother, also the Honorable Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, I think there will not be any postponement. They will meet the 2017 deadline. We cannot afford to lose that one.
What exactly is your view on convergence between the broadcast and the communication industry as having a single regulatory body?
Well, convergence or no convergence, the world is moving towards convergence. And what we need to understand is there's a need at one point to separate Genesis from Exodus. So conversion, the convergence we're talking about will be convergence with a human face. Convergence that will not only affect the status quo, but will support the status quo positively. So convergence or no convergence, we understand that it is in thing, and we should be able to approach it from the platform that will be beneficial to all the parties. And once there's no weak contender or no weak partner, things will work out fine.
All right, Prof. One other thing that bugs some enthusiasts in the media industry is that of the seeming conflict or competition between the traditional media and the digital media or the new media. Now, as a scholar in the media industry, how do you think we can conveniently transit from the conventional traditional media to adopting the digital media?
The new media and the old media, they will coexist. Don't waste your time on that one. The traditional media and the new media, they will coexist. No one will kill the others. In the same way that when television, when radio came, they said we're going to kill the press. It didn't. When TV came, they said we're going to kill the radio. It didn't. So both traditional media and the what we call the social media, they will coexist. But we need to warn the so-called citizen journalists who are, in my own opinion, are not journalists. To say the least, I call them information traffickers. They traffic in information. So they are not journalists because they are not regulated by anybody. They can post anything on the board. The credibility is lost. Look at the current that's going on at the moment. They just bring out things that lack surface credibility. So if you call them journalists, I would say they are not journalists. Because a journalist must be trained. A journalist must have ethics. A journalist must have professional standard they meet. And there must be quality control. So you cannot just go in and put any news. In journalism, you are taught that news writing is a process. The social media, the so-called citizen journalists who adhere strictly to the code of conduct, because information is power. Information is an accelerator to good governance. Information is a propeller for sustainable democracy. Information is an equivocator which can provoke and unprovoke to bring out meaningful democracy. And democracy is threatened without a sustainable and credible communication network to support it. As a matter of fact, communication, information is central to the development of any democracy. And any government that fails to support communication in its own ground is not a fit and proper nation to exist, because the power of communication is tremendous. And like I say, the social media needs some control within their ranks. They need to police their ranks. You may call them citizen journalists. I don't call them citizen journalists. I call them information traffickers.
Well, Prof has said it all. We want to thank you for availing us this opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you.
And we do hope that you would oblige us when we come calling anytime. So thank you so much.
Anytime. Welcome.
That is the show for the week. If you have any comment or suggestions, please send them to bayeroagabi@gmail.com, or better still, you can text the number on your screen. Until then, I remain yours sincerely, Bayero Agabi. Peace.